You are now listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station, bringing you the current events and issues. All information and resources are based on the opinions of the host unless otherwise noted. This podcast may contain some quotations, images, and/or excerpts from copyright material. These uses fall well within the copyright doctrine of fair use. This is the News Report, and I am your host, Tony. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to all my new listeners and to all of my day ones. Welcome. This is Let's Talk News Report. And, well, this is your news report. So we have in the headlines, although, let me say this first. Although we have a lot going on with the election and everything, everybody, when it comes to that, keep your cool, keep a level head. Don't argue with anybody. Keep the peace. And try and be patient. We're all eager to know what the outcome will be. But in due time, we will. So don't let it overtake you and run your life for the next however long it takes. Okay? Alright, so what we have for you today is... it's coming out of Louisiana. And it is dealing with the Supreme Court. Supreme Court sends Louisiana Black Lives Matter lawsuit back for another round. They've already had one round, so they're on round 2 with this. Okay, so this took place in Baton Rouge. A police officer there who was injured in a 2016 demonstration against the fatal police shooting of Alton Sterling sued D. Ray McKesson, claiming that he was negligent in staging the protest. So, police arrested the activist D. Ray McKesson during a protest along Airline Highway, a major road that passes in front of the Baton Rouge Police Department headquarters. Now, that took place on July 9th, 2016, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So, the Supreme Court decided, okay, we're going to send this back to the lower courts as a lawsuit which arose from the Black Lives Matter protest in Baton Rouge. Now, during the demonstration, someone threw something that struck a police officer in the face, causing serious injuries, including brain trauma. The assailant was never identified, but the officer sued D. Ray McKesson, the activist who organized the demonstration, claiming that he had negligently staged the protest in a manner that caused the assault. Now, I'll stop there for a second. Now, everyone, let's just think about that for a second. Yes, the activist did plan the event. But should he be held responsible for someone that most likely he didn't even know through something? Someone that they never identified? They couldn't find. They couldn't figure out who it was. It could have been a setup. It could have been a meddling outside antagonist that was picking, just like we've seen in so many other protests. It's not even the protesters themselves that are causing incidents. It has been outsiders coming in to stir up mischief. So, should he be sued for this? What do you guys think? Let me know. If you're listening to this on YouTube, comment below and let me know how you feel about that. What are your opinions on that? If you follow on Facebook, you can comment there as well. You can email o1radiotalk@gmail.com. Place it to the attention of News Report and the topic. And everyone else on social media, just comment in the box below. So, I mean, really, should he? Now, McKesson, of course, made a statement, and he said in the statement during the early phase of the case that allowing such lawsuits would prevent people from turning out for protests out of fear that they might be held responsible if anything happens, which is a valid point. It's a very valid point. What do y'all think about that also? I think that would cause a lot of people not to want to protest. And for other people who are the antagonists, that's exactly what they want. Now, court decisions permitting the lawsuit to proceed could make organizers all across the country responsible for all types of things they have no control over, such as random people coming into a protest and causing problems. We can't let that happen, he stated. Now, a federal district court judge threw the case out, ruling that Black Lives Matter was so loosely organized that no one was really in charge and that the First Amendment barred the lawsuit. But the Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals reversed, saying that because the protest took place partly on a highway outside Baton Rouge Police Headquarters, a confrontation with police was a likely outcome. Now, by a 7-1 vote, the Supreme Court said that the lower courts need to examine more closely whether Louisiana law would allow this kind of lawsuit. The dispute presents novel issues of state law, peculiarly calling for the exercise of judgment by state courts. The court stated, the lone dissenter, Judge Clarence Thomas, did not issue a separate opinion. The court's newest member, Justice Amy Coney Barrett, did not vote on the case. A court spokeswoman stated Barrett did not take part in the last week's closed-door conference at which pending cases were discussed and was instead preparing for oral argument, which should resume shortly. But this is an interesting situation because it brings up a lot of questions and concerns. So if you decide you want to go out and hold some type of charity event or anything, this would apply to you as well. It would apply to us all who choose to do things. Just to have someone with evil intent to do something wrong, and you'll end up being held accountable for it. So is this right? Should this happen? Should lawsuits be viable in this situation? And if there are any lawyers out there, I definitely want and appreciate your comments, statements, opinions, all that. So that way we can all learn and know together. And I'm going to stay on top of this one, so if anything changes or arises, I will definitely let you all know. Should organizers be held responsible for the actions of an unknown person that may attend the function or event? It's something to really think about. So be safe out there. I say continue protesting the things that need to be protested, but be careful because there's so much going on dealing with these protests. So until next time, be safe and be kind to one another. I have been Tony Williams. You have been listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station, bringing you the current events and issues. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my news report. I wish you the best and have a wonderful day and night.